Good morning. I am Ikea Holiday, and I'm here with my co-host, Kiara Oz.
Good morning.
And we are here to tell you how to tame a wild tongue. And I know what you're thinking, but allow us to explain. With an author by the name of Gloria Anzaldua, she has a literary piece titled How to Tame a Wild Tongue. And in this poem, throughout this literary work, she tells us about how hard it is for people that have a different primary native language that isn't English, and how hard it is for them to tame their wild tongue around others, and how they do it to please them because it might make people uncomfortable that they can't understand their native language. And now Kiara will talk to you about the subject matters that Gloria Anzaldua.
The subject matter is that it's hard for Gloria, along with others of her culture, to control their tongue from speaking the language they're most comfortable with.
Okay. Her purpose was to show that even though it's a struggle for these people to tame their wild tongue, they still fight and struggle to do it because they kind of have this small part of them that feels the need to be accepted into society. So they work and they struggle to tame their wild tongues by learning languages that isn't theirs or holding back from speaking their own language. And even sometimes, no matter how hard they struggle and fight to do this, that even if they are caught speaking their native language, they get punished or ridiculed for it. Okay, and next we'll move on to the central messages that you see present throughout this literary piece by Gloria Anzaldua. That is present. Kiara will talk to you about the first central message that is present, which is language. Kiara?
The first central message is that she's trying to tell us that there are many languages, and it's easy to use the wrong ones to try to impress others. Bless you.
Did y'all say bless you?
I don't think they did.
I hope you did. The next central message that Gloria Anzaldua speaks on in her literary piece, How to Tame a Wild Tongue, is self-esteem. And with self-esteem, she talks about how having a certain trait that makes up your personality being attacked that constantly can be hard, but you shouldn't let it allow you to submit to society, to conform to what society wants you to be. Basically, she's saying that you shouldn't allow society to conform you just because your personality is not what they want it to be. And that even though it's hard, that you shouldn't. That even though it's hard to overcome it, that you shouldn't do it.
The next central message is identity.
Identity!
The next central message is identity. It's hard to have an honest identity when certain traits are frowned upon that makes your identity.
Okay. And the last central message that Gloria Anzaldua discusses is experiences. And throughout her literary pieces, she talks about the experiences that her, along with different Chicanos and Chicanas, face. And with it, she talks about how even though they are ridiculed a lot for simply just trying to be themselves and trying to, bring out the characteristics that make them themselves, they're ridiculed for it constantly, but they still overcome it because at the end of the day, they don't let it bring them down. Well, the message that you see the most throughout her literary piece is that fight hard even when you feel that it's unnecessary. Now, Kiara will introduce us into the rhetorical strategies that she uses to express her point of view.
She uses pathos when she says, I remember being sent to the corner of the classroom for talking back to the teacher when all I told her was how to pronounce my name. So
next, Gloria speaks, and Gloria allows the readers to experience what it's like, to some degree at least, what it's like to live in the physically and linguistically bordered world of Texas.
Reflecting on this experience, the narrator notes that those who speak up against injustice, the wild tongues, can't be tamed. They can only be cut out. This opening metaphor sets the stage for the analysis and arguments Anzaldua constructs regarding the importance of language, identity, and cultural identity. This literary piece is very relatable to my life as well as others, from being singled out, from being the only race in the classroom, from being called the wrong name because it's spelled the same as others.
For instance, how her name is Kiara, but to somebody else it could be pronounced Kiara. And now Kiara will begin explaining to us how Gloria Anzaldua appeals to the ethos in her literary piece, How to Tame a Wild Tongue. Kiara, 8 minutes.
Regardless of other people's negative reactions to one's diversity, and any individual can be self-validated, singled out, etc., etc.
Someone might not like your music choice because it goes with the type of culture that you come from, but at the end of the day, you can't let it get to you. And now Kiara will talk to us about the logos appeal in Gloria Anzaldua's piece, How to Tame a Wild Tongue.
And for the logos, Gloria's reasoning for this is that she's a Chicano and she's very proud of it. Being a Chicano in a society where they are looked down in is a struggle, basically. She feels as if she doesn't reach the requirements that they
Cut. Okay. Good morning. My name is Ikea Holiday, and I'm here with my co-host, Kiara Alls.
You don't know what I am? Good morning.
Good morning, students. As you start your day, please don't forget to live up to our behavior expectations for every student at EHS. Today, be the star in every night. Be safe, be teachable, be accountable, be responsible.
To control. Girl, I can't see. No, ma'am.
Now, Kiara will begin to speak about how Gloria Anzaldua speaks on the egos. Jesus Christ. It's